Hey everyone, and welcome to the All Elite Zone podcast on YouTube and Twitch. We are here for our AEW Rampage live reaction. Rampage should be a pretty decent show tonight. We got a lot of people I haven't seen in a while. We're starting off Orange Cassidy and Trent versus Kip Sabian and I believe the Butcher, or it's the Blade. It's one of the two.
One of them.
Private Party's back in. They're going to be going against Top Flight and Brian Keith and Commander, met Julia Hart in a what was the match called that they did? House of Rules match. So,
yeah.
There's going to be a stipulation to the match that we'll find out before the match starts. I'm so glad the international title's off Orange Cassidy.
It's a breath of fresh air.
Like he didn't tarnish the title, but he just got old. He just the same stuff over and over and over and over and over.
I mean, I like Orange, but I didn't really enjoy his title run. You know,
I thought the first one, like when he first won it, was really good. Like he had like 20-something title defenses, and then when Moxley won it, I thought it was a good restart, something different. And then White Phoenix wins, he gets injured, and they put it right back on Orange Cassidy. They should have just, if White Phoenix was injured, just have someone else beat White Phoenix. But now the title's off with Orange Cassidy. The stipulation should have been the match that if Orange Cassidy lost, he couldn't compete for the title for the entire year. But it doesn't look like Orange Cassidy's getting a rematch anytime soon because it looks like him and Trent's going to be in that tag team tournament.
Oh yeah. Well, that's a good thing. I mean, it's just Orange. He's had his run. He's had his run. I mean, it was decent. I mean, I personally, I thought it could have been better, but that's just my opinion.
Yeah, I thought his first run was good. When he won it the second time, it was just matches, really. He never really had any. Like, the only feud that he really had was against Roderick Strong. That was the only one I can think of. I think he had a rematch with Moxley at World's End, maybe.
I think that did happen.
Yeah, it's the Butcher and Kip Sabian. I can already tell you who's going to win this match. Because Kip said, like, they always want Kip Sabian to lose. Like, they don't ever want him to win.
Why do you think that is? It's like this conspiracy against him.
It's with a lot of people, like Lance Archer, Brian Cage. That's what a lot of people like. They like to, like, it's like the same people have to win and the same people have to lose. Like Moxley, Orange Cassidy, guys like that will always win, and guys like Lance Archer and others will always lose. Which I like in wrestling. I like in wrestling a mixture of, because if you have a mixture, then you don't know who's going to win.
Exactly, because the booking now is predictable. I mean, you know who's going to win, you know who's going to lose. It's become predictable, and when it becomes predictable, it becomes boring.
Don't tell that to the IWC. You're going to start World War III. He's not going to win this, but I mean, I like seeing at least Kip Sabian's on TV.
Yeah,
but
take solace in that.
Which I will say at Revolution, one of the matches I really didn't know who's going to win was FTR and BCC. I really that was a match that could win either. Like a lot of the matches at Revolution could have went either way.
Yeah.
Really, for pay-per-views, it's not always predictable, but sometimes on TV, it's not all the time on TV, but I'd say 50% of the time it can be predictable.
Yeah.
Ooh, oh, they got chemistry. Kip Sabian, Orange Cassidy. They got a lot of chemistry. But
Yeah,
it
they
takes a lot
do.
to be able to do all that. I'm still pissed about that night, Battle of the Belts, and he didn't win.
It was a
That was,
heartbreak.
that was a bad night. I mean, the show was good. Like, the show was really, really good up until that point. Jesse Clarkson, thanks for watching. Ron,
Yeah,
don't
appreciate
think
it. Hey, Ron.
I want Kip
Brenda,
Sabian.
what's up?
I did too, but don't get your hopes up. Uh, Hopefully, we get Orange Cassidy for Dynasty. I could actually see that. They've been hinting at them trying splitting up with Orange Cassidy. Because I remember on
Yeah.
Dynamite when he was still international champion, they went against each other for the international title, and they kind of hinted at it a little bit. Um, but a singles match with Orange Cassidy and Trent Dynasty would be pretty good. Sorry, Mr. Jacobs. We need more pay-per-view matches without titles involved, increased unpredictability. I agree. At Revolution, the only matches that didn't involve a title was FTR and BCC. Um,
Mm-hmm.
was that the only one?
I think
Well,
so.
they had the two pre-show matches,
Yeah.
but on the main card, that's the only one that I can. Oh well, never mind. I was gonna say Sting, but it involved the title. But
Mm.
trying to think that I think every single match would involve the title.
Just about, I think. Just about.
I'm kind of tired of that commercial a little bit, the collision commercial, because I'll watch a movie on TNT and all I hear is Thunder Rosa
Hmm.
collision, which
They
I don't
are
mind
heavily
it.
promoting it.
I don't mind it, but I just hear it too much.
Just make different ones.
Yeah, I have to say, but I like Thunder Rosa. So. No sound.
And that may
Can
be on
someone
your
hear us?
end. I can hear you.
Everyone's commenting to us, so I'm assuming they could hear us since we were talking about Kip Sabian and I want Kip to win. Will versus Nakeshita. I could see a rematch of that. Uh,
Mm.
he'll be at Dynasty for sure, so I don't know what they're going to do with that. Kyle. Oh, never mind. I know what they're going to do at Dynasty. It's going to be Will Ospreay versus Brian Danielson, which they teased on Dynamite at the end of
Oh,
Dynamite.
yeah. I didn't even think about that.
Because at the end of Dynamite, Will Ospreay beat Kyle Fletcher and Brian Danielson came out. And they
Hmm.
kind of just a little stare down.
At least we got picture in picture for now. Then Connor froze up. You there, Connor? Oh, there you are. You froze up for a second.
Yeah, I don't know what. I'm gonna go out and come back in.
All right. Technical difficulties, folks. Happens all the time here in the All Elite Zone. It's kind of a staple of the All Elite Zone now is having technical difficulties. Hope everybody out there is having a great night watching Rampage with us. And all these food commercials, man, making me hungry. I'm gonna probably DoorDash when I get off here. Probably the munchies will kick in by then. How can they not use Butcher more? I mean, the dude is, I don't know. I personally think he has superstar written all over him if they book him right, but that's just my opinion. Butcher having a nice singles run. Uh-oh. Hands are in the pockets. No, that was a botch. He kind of botched it. Dude, take your hands out of your pocket and get up. He won't take his hands out of his pocket. I'm like, dude, take your
I will
hands out of
say
your
that
get up.
I will say Trent has some really good suplexes there.
Yeah.
Those look like similar to Chris Benoit a little bit.
I'm just laughing at the stupidity of Orange Cassidy. He just instead of taking his hands out of his pockets, he just gonna worm his way over there. He'll be right back, folks. Just having some technical difficulties. Oh, Butcher hit the wrong man. Y'all have to excuse me if I'm about a few seconds or 30 seconds behind on the broadcast. You gotta say Trent's giving it his all here, though. Trent? Yeah, I think Danielson and Osprey is. I think that's a lock. It's money. I mean, take my money now for it. I mean, seriously. I think that's a match that people have been wanting to see for a long time. Got big business coming. Samoa Joe and Wardlow. Okay. Mm. Oh, Willow versus Rio. I love Rio. I love them both. I love Rio. A lot of people out there, a lot of fans out there don't like her, but I don't know. I feel like she brings something to the table when it comes to women's wrestling. I think. I mean, she has to have something if Kenny Omega saw something in her. But yeah. Oh, Kip from the heavens with the stump. Right, I guess double foot stomp or coup de grace, whatever you want to call it. Oh man, this isn't a bad opener though. I'm enjoying it. Got our boy Bryce as the referee in there. By the way, uh, the referee right now, we have an interview with him right here on the channel, All Elite Zone. Check that out, Bryce. Our boy Bryce. Oh, excuse me. We actually just did an interview with the living legend himself, Kevin Von Erich. That was a pretty interesting interview. So check that out here on the channel. I really enjoyed that interview personally, and we got to hear some old stories from the horse's mouth, and it was great. It was great. We got to know about more of his personal life. It was awesome. So anybody out there who's interested in watching the Cameron Von Erich interview, we got it here on the All Elite Zone. There should be a section, I think, interviews on in the All Elite Zone, but you'll find it. Just look for it. It's there. We have a lot of different interviews we've done. Actually, I mean, we've we've done Sabu, we've done Buddy Matthews. We got Bryce, that's a referee right now. We've done him up. Let's see, Matt Taven. So many others. I mean, it's it's wild. But yes, check those interviews out here on the channel. We got plenty more coming up in the future. We got Juventud Guerrero coming up soon. And we got some more people coming up after that, which I think kind of in the future we'll kind of let the cat out of the bag, as time goes. But yeah, uh, make sure you subscribe, hit that notification bell, so you'll be up on everything that we're doing here in the All Elite Zone. Got Talking Elite, of course. We have AEZ Canada. We have All Elite Zone Gaming. We have, of course, Rampage, Dynamite, and Collision Reactions. Interview. We cover it all. We do the best we can to cover everything on this channel. So, yeah, hit that subscribe button for us, please, and tell your friends. Sharing is caring as well. Oh, Brenda, you plan on watching the interview tomorrow? Thank you. It was a very compelling interview. It was very compelling. I thought it was a great interview. We got to learn about the man behind, the man behind the curtain, so to speak. You know, but yeah, it was fun. It was really cool. We also got to learn about his life before wrestling. About him playing football and everything. I mean, yeah, you're gonna have to check it out. I'm not gonna spoil it all for you. You're just gonna have to check it out. That's weird. I keep getting food commercials over here. Is it me, or do they have like do they kind of bombard you with food commercials during these shows? I mean, it's crazy. Okay, Davis, you asked what do you guys think AEW should do with all these big names, all these new signings? That's a good question, Davis. See, that's the thing though. It's kind of a double-edged sword because the bigger names that you have to sign, the more you have to pay them. They're gonna want big checks, and you keep on signing these newcomers. I mean, these new signings. It's gonna become oversaturated. You're not gonna know what to do with it. You're just gonna have a bunch of big names there. You're not gonna know what to do with. You can't do anything with it because you're gonna have so much other stuff going on already. That's the storylines, stuff like that. I mean, you not only would you be wasting money. I wouldn't say wasting money, but throwing money away on big name stars because, like I said, if you get big name stars and you just keep getting them, you're gonna have to pay them more and more and more, and that's gonna take away from the budget of the shows, all that other stuff. It's gonna put a dent in the wallet of AEW if they were to do that. But I mean, to me, I feel like they should slow down signing so many people and figure out what they're gonna do with the people they already have. That's just my opinion.
Can you see and hear me all right?
Yeah, you're coming in good now.
All right. I've talked about this a lot, but they just signed Will Ospreay and Okada, and
Hmm.
assuming next Wednesday Mercedes.
Hmm.
That's fine all the time. AEW needs to sign Drew McIntyre, AJ Styles, Finn Balor, Brock Lesnar, all these names.
Mm.
Like, how many top names does one company need? Like, they only have 5 hours of TV. I
Right.
mean, and you want to use these guys good. And you have all these big names. You can't. Not everyone's going to look good. Someone's going to look. That's signing Jay White. He's been pushed back. He's kind of a
Hmm.
he, he's kind of a watered down version of himself in New Japan Pro Wrestling. New Japan, he's God mode. In AEW, he's a watered down Jay
Mm.
White. Uh, Not that he can't be more serious. It's just the booking. Personally,
Yeah.
I think they need to go back to the soft brand split uh, with Dynamite and Collision. Uh, and even without Punk there, you can still do it. Like, it wasn't
Hmm.
like Punk was like it's beyond Punk. Like, you can still do a soft brand split, soft one, not a hard. Like, I don't want them to do like the like a. It would be kind of interesting, but like a draft or anything. But I feel like for
Hmm.
a soft brand split is perfect because I remember when Punk's Collision, uh, Darby would float between the shows. Like it's more so people would stay. Like you would have your like top names would have their assigned uh, shows, and it was kind of better because you don't see the same people on both shows. It's different. So with the big roster they got, they really need a sauce brand split. And I was telling someone today earlier that the top names of Collision could be and like I feel like the TNT like Christian Cage has made the TNT Championship feel like a world title,
Yeah.
and I feel like it could be a world title of a show. They don't really have the world championship on Collision, so TNT Championship and Collision's on TNT, so it makes sense to have the TNT Championship on there. Have it be the main featured title. I thought the main featured names could be Edge, Christian, and Brian Danielson, and you could have FTR, House of Black, uh, and then Dynamite you have Moxley and uh, who is it, the BCC and the Young
Hmm.
Bucks and Okada, and then a Rampage you have like a little bit of both. You have a little bit of
Yeah.
Collision, you have a little bit. Uh, yeah, hopefully there's a plan. There's a plan. I don't know.
I hope so.
It doesn't really feel like there's a plan, but hopefully, which Dynamite was really good on Wednesday. I thought it was a
Mhm.
really good show.
Yeah.
They got a new look, new stage. They brought back the
Yeah, I saw
tunnels,
that.
and they got a new theme song, which I really, really like. Uh, yeah. That'll be pretty good. I feel like that
Mhm.
John Moxley and Claudio is going to be in that tag team tournament though,
Yeah.
since they won at Revolution. And here lately, they've been teaming together a lot. Uh, I don't know if they're gonna have the tag tournament go through Dynasty, like the finals be at Dynasty. I feel like that would be the plan, but
Mm.
they need to do something with the that whole charade of the trios division, and it's not even a trios division really.
Not no, no. I
Uh,
can't say that it is.
I'm gonna watch the interview tomorrow. Yeah, definitely. I don't know if you talked about it or not, but definitely check out our Kevin Von Erich interview that we did yesterday.
Mhm.
We talked about a lot of stuff with him. We talked about a lot of stuff with Iron Claw and some things that you think would be true in the movie, but actually wasn't a little bit true. Uh, talked about AEW. We
Mhm.
talked about a lot of different stuff. So definitely go check out our Kevin Von Erich interview. We're almost at 100 views. We had to take it down and re-put it back up. So uh, definitely go check out our Kevin Von Erich interview. New Aaron Carl's good. So another interview will be good. Uh, I was telling someone earlier that Zach Efron he had a very like he really played the part really well. And
Yeah.
Kevin Von Erich's voice is really deep, and Zach Efron had that deep voice. So
Mm.
I really picked the part good. Here in the car, I hear the car dealer was 3 years for 3 billion. Yeah, I guess that's for I think it's like American like 13 million.
Hmm. I would
My
think. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not sure of how that exchange would go.
I seen it on Twitter, so that's what they said. 13.
Oh,
In my
okay.
opinion, he's not worth 13 million. Like for
Billion yen.
I mean, he's big in Japan, but like, is he gonna make that money back for AEW? Like
Mm.
himself, like just like the wrestler Okada himself. I don't see Okada the wrestler, just him by himself making that money back.
Mm.
I would pay 13 million for Will Ospreay.
Well, I mean,
Pretty cheap.
you gotta think of the drawing power that they both have. I mean, you can draw with Okada. I mean, that's no brainer. You can totally draw with him. I mean,
Who
Okada.
I feel like in some cities in the United States, but I'm a wrestler in Japan, but in America, it's a little bit. I
Mm.
don't see
That's fair.
I'm coming in now.
I think you're going in and out a little bit. I think you're frozen on me now. He'll be right back. Believe me, this kind of thing happens to me all the time. When I have my mic will go out on me, my camera will go out on me for some reason. That happened to me. That happened to me during the Von Erich interview. My internet just went out on me for like a minute. I was so pissed. I was like, really during the interview, just gonna have a shortage or an outage on me right now. It was I don't know. That pissed me off though. But I got back on pretty quickly, so no harm, no foul. All right, who's the next signing to AEW? That's a good question. I would say Mercedes Monet, but I don't know. Hassan, what's up, man? Thanks for coming. Are you doing Rampage and TNA Wrestling Sacrifice? Okay, well, you're getting your wrestling fix in, aren't you? Oh, look at that lock. She is tapping out. I'm loving this vicious side of Heart. I love it. She is just. She's come so far from the mild mannered cheerleader. You know, I love it. I love the progression her character has had over the years. I think it's awesome. She looks great doing it too, doesn't she? She's got the evil look down too. When you stare at the camera and you look down, she's got that down pat. Uh-oh, there's Paige. Or Soraya, excuse me. I'm sorry. I'm so used to calling her Paige for so long. Look at her brother in the back. This is all your fault. How dare you?
All right, do I look any better now?
Yeah, yeah. You're good.
Oh, just for now. Uh,
Hey, it happens. Happens to all of us here. So
yeah, some nights.
it's,
For some reason, according to the weekends, it does this. Uh, we were talking about Okada. Um,
hmm
I don't know. I don't know if he. I don't know if he can himself make like. Can he really make $13 million back with it to AEW in the United States? I don't. Maybe in like cities like because he's been to America before, but I feel like only
yeah.
cities like Chicago or
hmm
like if you go to like a smaller city, I don't feel like he would draw at all. Uh, but
I
someone like
think
Mercedes, I feel like would because a lot of people
yeah,
know her as Sasha Banks from WWE, and she's been all around the world. Uh, but I don't know.
that's
I
true.
think I think Okada's gonna have to really like this isn't New Japan. He's really gonna have to make a name for himself,
True. True.
which
The thing
will.
is, I think with the right booking, I think it'll work with the right booking. That's all you got
I
to do is
think
just book it right.
I feel like Will Ospreay is a little bit more known than Okada.
Yeah, as far as
Just
to American viewers, yeah, I would think so.
but then again, does AEW have a Japan TV deal? I don't know.
I
That's
don't
kind
think.
of.
I know they have a working relationship. I don't know if they have a TV deal put in line. I know
I
they
know they
work
got.
together though.
But also, they got TV deals in other countries. Uh, I'd be curious to see those numbers. I know AEW pretty much dominates WWE in the UK.
That's not a surprise.
We on ITV for Dynamite and ITV4 for some of the other stuff.
Hmm.
We got Pentagon Jr. and Action Andretti. See,
Very
someone like
underrated
Action,
talent.
so someone like Action Andretti is going to get overshadowed with a lot of these new big signings, and
Yes.
and he's really something special because Jericho wouldn't have put him over if he didn't see something in him.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying, Connor. That's my point right there. It's like they
Ooh,
bring in these big names just to sell the the whole thing, but they overlook the young talent. That's just like it's kind of like old WCW, where the old heads would just
yeah,
keep a hold of the top and
yeah.
wouldn't let the young ones move up.
That, that definitely was WCW, brother. Oh yeah, here. Oh damn, that was good.
Ouch.
But Jackson Andretti, I'm not saying he should be like a world champion, but they
Hmm.
should be doing something.
That's
But
right.
that's why I like Rampage. I feel like Rampage could be a show that they could feature, which they are right now. But
Hmm.
I know the on TV those charts don't sound as loud, but I've been to a lot of indie events and seen Pentagon chop people. They are
Hmm.
really, really, really loud. That TV does not give his chops justice.
You ever heard You ever heard Walter's chops in person?
I would see.
Dude, that sound is incredible when he
I
chops
watched a lot of
somebody.
his independent stuff, and
I mean, you can hear that from like the bathrooms, from the concession stands. You know, I mean, that
ooh,
chop is loud.
who else can do? Good whole Toronto. Who's next? Seinfeld. Well, most likely Mercedes May on Wednesday. But
Yeah, that's
after
what I
that, I
said.
hope. But after, I feel like it's pretty obvious she's coming on Wednesday, and the event's titled Big Business. So, and
Right,
the way they got the colors and everything. If she doesn't show up,
and the money signs.
if she doesn't show up, then I don't. That was a wait. That was a whole waste of an event. That was all for nothing. But that's probably
Right.
gonna be our next signing. But after her, I hope no one really. Uh, the only person I like to see them signing is Mauro Ranello. They fired Kevin Kelly. I don't know why they fired him. I've seen some other stuff, but
He
I don't
got
want to get.
fired. I didn't even know that.
Yeah, I don't want to get into it. It's a lot of political stuff, and
I'm gonna have to look into that, man. I'm just now I'm just now hearing this for the first time.
apparently he went off on some fans on Twitter about like they were criticizing. He basically defended himself. I don't know. It was but personally, I like Collision as a two-man commentary team. I
Hmm.
don't like it like Dynamite. Yeah, you can do three, but Collision do two. So
Right.
personally, I would stick Tony Schiavone just on Dynamite, and I'd sign Mauro Ranello. I really liked him in NXT and SmackDown. And
Yes,
I
he's
know people,
amazing.
I know some people don't like him, but to me, he reminds me a lot of Jim Ross. But
He's
there's
incredible on the microphone, dude. You ever heard him call a boxing match? That dude is fire.
he can sell a pay per view like a big, he can sell it. Uh, he reminds me a lot of Jim Ross, but he
Hmm.
has his own spin on things a little bit. Uh,
Yeah.
Jim Ross, he's not totally like Jim Ross, but he has some things that make you think of him. Are there on Rampage and TNA Wrestling Sacrifice? I didn't know TNA had an event tonight. Uh, yeah, I watched SmackDown before this. Uh, now, so is Brickwood AEW Brick House? Oh, Camilla Brickhouse.
Mm.
See, she was talking about it on her socials that she that she had interest from WWE, AEW, and TNA, and
Mhm.
she hasn't really said who she signed with. So I'm gonna assume she's gonna sign with AEW. Uh,
Mm.
but I don't know. WWE may get her. I don't know. Uh, it's really up in the air. I couldn't really tell. It's really like she could really go anywhere. I could see her going to TNA. Really.
Yeah.
How many hours you want
Mm.
Dynasty matches? It'll probably be the same length as the previous ones, at least 4 hours.
Yeah, I would think so.
How many matches? Personally, I would do like 8 or 9 main matches and do like a 2, 3 show thing.
Mm.
So I'd rather ready to fight someone.
No matter
Yeah,
who.
yeah, that was kind of funny. Yeah, anyone that's not tuning in, if you haven't checked out our Kevin Von Erich interview, definitely check it out on our YouTube channel. If you're on Twitch, it's still on there. A full extended version. I had to take it down on YouTube and re-edit it and put it back on. But we got a lot of views on it already, even when I had to
Yeah.
re-upload it. But if you haven't checked out on Eric, yeah, definitely recommend checking it out. We talked about a lot of stuff on there, from Iron Claw to AEW to.
Mm-hmm.
He told us some stories about his family and stuff.
Yeah.
Quantity or quality?
Quality is always better.
Quantity means more of something, right?
Yeah, more.
Personally, I would prefer quality.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how many matches we have. It all could suck and we mean a thing. But if they're good and you don't have as many matches, so.
Exactly.
Oh, that was a match. That was move of the night. That reminded me of Shawn. That reminded me of Shawn Michaels and Shawn Benjamin. That was a super kick. Y'all gotta show replay of that.
They're killing it tonight.
Show replay. Of all times, you want to show. You don't want to show replay. You don't show now. That was a really good.
That's the
super
replay
kick.
of the show right there.
That was a really good super kick. The only thing it was missing was the Hulk Hogan guy in the front row to
Yeah.
point he did for Shawn Michaels and Shawn. I like Pentagon. He's always been really good singles, tag, trios, and Pac's back. I didn't know he came back at Revolution because
Yeah, that was a great little vignette, man. That was pretty awesome.
see I didn't know he came back till yesterday for like 3 days because it was hell in that building. I know Brandon talked about it a little bit, but golly, like it's 16,000 people. Like they didn't open the doors until uh, an hour before the pre-show started. Like
Really?
they should open the doors 2 or 3 hours before because
Yeah.
you have 16,000 people and people are gonna flood the merchandise selling concessions.
Right.
It was a madhouse. I was in the
So the way
merchandise line.
WWE does it. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was in the merchandise line for 2 hours.
Jeez, man. So the way WWE does it, like they open their doors like probably about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours before showtime, so everybody can gather in the building
Yeah,
and get their food and do whatever they're doing, and like get their VIP, experience done, and they do all that like hours ahead of time.
yeah, I think the win. That was a really good match. That's probably gonna be the match. Well, I don't know because we still got that private party match.
That
That
match
was.
was fire, man. That might just steal the show.
I would say this is the best match, but I gotta see the main event because
Exactly.
I don't know what private party is gonna do. I really like private parties, so you never know what they're gonna do.
Let's just hope they don't. Nobody gets hurt tonight.
If anyone does, it's gonna be a top flight. Yeah, it was. They sold 16,000 people in that place,
That was a nice crowd.
and the line was wrapped around like it was a disaster. Like they should open the doors a little bit early, knowing that they had that many people. Because I missed the entire pre-show. Really, I got to see a little bit of the women's tag,
Mm.
but once I sat down, I didn't get back up. But,
You were there for the whole show.
yeah, I didn't want to go back up there and sit in a long line. And,
Yeah, because that's in the bathrooms too at those things, man. Like
yeah,
especially like,
yeah, like going to the bathroom. It was like a whole line that wrapped around the whole building just to use it.
yeah.
I used the restroom, got concessions, bought merchandise, and I didn't get up again. I did it all.
See, that's the thing with me. Like, when I'm going, like, I'll get something to eat, and I'll probably have like a bottle of water or something. but like I won't like go like gorge myself on food because I know people that'll go and they'll go back and forth to the concession stand, and then they have to go to the bathroom. They have to stand there for like 20 minutes to wait to use the bathroom.
Especially at that event. Every, everything I needed to do, I did before. I really like this the promotional thing for Dynamite now. It feels like WWE used to have a commercial like that in the Ruthless Aggression era. Pretty cool.
I gotta say, man, AEW has stepped up their production value a lot over the years. I gotta say, it's impressive. I like it.
They kind of went back to the 2019 stuff when they had like the rainbow colors and
Mm-hmm.
so they kind of went back to like a lot of people are saying that they went to NXT 2.0 colors, but AEW started that first. Like they
Right.
started.
They had the vibrant colors. It was just more. It was cool. It was just more. I guess, for lack of a better word, I guess more. I guess it gravitated more towards people than 2.0 did.
Yeah, because AEW, like they did it before NXT, so really NXT copied AEW.
I mean, that's true because once AEW became like popular, that's when they had to go to the war room. And they were like, okay, well, we gotta do something with NXT. All right, let's change it up. Let's throw some loud paint around, and let's call it 2.0.
I feel like
Yes, that's it. NXT 2.0. I'm a genius.
I feel like if Triple H wouldn't have been out, they probably wouldn't have done that. But once Triple H got all those heart problems and stuff, then NXT
Yeah.
went to hell.
Yeah, I think Bruce Pritchard was there at that time. I think it was Bruce Pritchard and
Yeah,
Vince was running it too. Vince had a huge hand in it at that time
they
during
really,
the 2.0 era.
like it's actually gotten a little bit better. I actually started watching it a little bit. It's actually pretty good. I'm glad they did away with the 2.0.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, it's not exactly the same as it was, but it's gotten a little bit better. I
Yeah,
like Trick Williams and Carmelo Hayes and Braun Breakers on there, and there's this one guy. I don't know what his name is. He's the North American champion. He's a 7 foot tall guy.
I know who you're talking about. I can't remember his name
Oba
either.
Obafemi maybe or something. He's got a foreign name.
Yeah, I forgot. I forget how you say it, but I know who you're talking about.
He's really, really, really good, and he's not even a like they trained him from scratch. He was
Yeah,
but yeah, AEW did the Rainbow stuff in 2019, and then NXT went to NXT 2.0 when was it 2022 maybe
I think
2020.
it was the going towards the end of 21, going into 22. I want to say.
Yeah, so AEW going back to it is just them going back to the root.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're gonna burn me out in that commercial.
and just make sure it's implanted into your brain.
Yeah, I get it. Collision. I'm really glad Private Party's back.
Me too.
They're one of the very unique tag teams who actually has characters.
I'm glad they did away with the whole moaning thing. I never got why he moaned all the time.
Did you
I'm
see what
glad.
he just did when he came out?
Oh, you did?
No, did you see what Mark Lynn did?
Oh no, not yet. I thought you said he moaned. I was like, oh god.
They were they're doing a little bit of Good Brothers stuff, and Lou Gallows would come out with the title, and he would. Well,
Throwing some jabs there.
I like that they brought back the VIP thing where security guard opens it because it's a private party.
I've always
So
thought that was a nice touch. I've always thought that was cool.
yeah, they did away with it, uh, and now that they're back, they brought it back. Bounty Hunter, Brian Keith. in Texas. Bounty Hunter Brian Keith. Whenever Hangman gets
Texas
back,
boy.
and then they need Bandito, they should make them a tag team.
Hmm.
Well, not a tag team, a trio. Commander, I don't know why the hell they signed him. Like that's just a
Not
waste.
that bad.
That was a waste of money. Like
Not a
Phoenix,
Commander fan.
Phoenix can do what he does and do it better.
I can't argue with that.
He's just,
I gotta agree with you on that one.
I mean, he's a lot better than Rene Shafir. I mean, I definitely pick him over Rene Shafir, but I don't know. He just needs something that stands out from the other luchadors in AEW because they have Lucha Bros, Bandito. He's injured, but they still have him. That Commander, he needs something that separates him, makes him unique. Like Lucha Bros do Cerro Madro, they do a lot of things that not a lot of luchadors have really done.
Yeah.
He needs something that he's just riding Lucha Bros' tail at this point. He's just riding the bandwagon.
I never thought of it like that, but you kind of have a point. You know, I never thought of it like that.
I mean, he's a good wrestler.
Yeah.
And now since Pac's back, he's gonna have to go to the back of the line. Well, not yet, because Ray Phoenix isn't back. When he gets back, Death Triangle's back, and then he's gonna have to go find someone else to tag him.
Yeah.
Hope you guys don't get injured tonight.
Fingers crossed.
I feel like they're like even outside of wrestling, they're really problematic to get injured.
Just want to put them out, wrap them in bubble wrap until they get to the ring.
Yeah. They need a really tight schedule. Like, don't go out of the house and do nothing. Just stay in the house, lay down, don't do anything. Cat's probably doing it next week. Samoa Joe and Wardlow next week for the world title.
Yeah.
It's gonna be interesting to see how that unfolds.
It's gonna be a big match.
Mercedes, who will be your first rival fight? I think it might actually be Willow Nightingale because on Dynamite, the match is Riho versus Willow Nightingale, and the person that injured her was Willow.
Oh, yeah, it was Willow.
That was her last match in New Japan.
Yeah.
So that would kind of be fitting for her, that to be her first rival. So obviously, Mercedes, she'll be going against a lot of bigger names as well, like Toni Storm, Britt Baker when she gets back, Jamie Hazel, whenever they get back. But yeah, I think Willow could be her first. I don't know if it'll be after Deanna. They haven't really teased who Tony's going to go against next. So maybe they do a short program with Mercedes and Willow, and then I don't know who they're going to have Tony go against. It's going to be interesting to see how that all plays out.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys think Tony kind of screwed up, not using my better. Do you guys think it was I don't think it hurts AEW losing either of the two of those guys. But Mike Santana not being Proud and Powerful not being tag champion is a big fumble from AEW.
That's an injustice.
Yeah, like out of all the teams that should have won the tag, like that's a team that should have already won the tag like years ago. Like they shouldn't have been doing no AAS for that long. Like they should have been done with that.
They should have been tag team champs year one.
Yeah, 2019 or at least 2020. Like and like out of the years that they were together for since 2022. And they only got they only had one tag team title shot their entire time being there. Only one shot to go for the tag titles.
That's crazy.
But hopefully, Mike Santana did do a little singles in AEW. He went against Ortiz. He beat Ortiz, and after that, they did nothing.
Right.
They went nowhere.
I think in the case of Sean. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go.
I was gonna say for Mike Santana, I hope that he goes through the Indies and really makes a name for himself. And then maybe AEW brings him back, and
Hmm.
he does something to make himself really known. He's already known, but something to make him like why should AEW put him in singles? Like why should they push him? So something
Yeah,
like that. What are you gonna say about Spears?
I think when it comes to Spears, I think personally, I think they fumbled with him. I think AEW totally dropped the ball with Sean Spears. Excuse me. I think he was underrated. I think he was stepped over a lot of the time in AEW. And personally, I don't think it would have hurt AEW not having him around. But at the same time, when he was there, it's like I don't think they realized what they had, and they didn't know how to use them. You know what I mean? And like I think with NXT, because of the fact that he's already kind of blazed a trail through NXT before. I think with him returning, having all this experience in different places, I mean, I think become a lot bigger than he was even in AEW.
Yeah, I feel like NXT's really gotten a little bit better. Of course, it's not the same as the black and gold, but it has improved a little bit. Um, and I like that he kept his name, Sean Spears. He didn't go to Ty Dillinger. He didn't go back to. I like how he got to keep Sean Spears. I think he was really well as Davis just mentioned. Yeah, he was a really good heel when he was with MJF
Yes.
stuff like that. But he's also a good face. I feel like he could have been a TNT champion or something. Um, but even though it didn't work out with AEW, uh, I'm really excited to see what he does in the next team.
Yeah.
Um, but out of the two, Mike Santana was probably the biggest. Like these two guys aren't going to hurt. Like they're not going to like AEW not having them isn't going to hurt them because I mean they're good. They're big. They're sort of big names, but they weren't like mega draws or anything.
Yeah.
But I don't. It's not going to hurt them, but it is disappointing as a fan. As a fan, like quality wise, it is uh,
Hmm.
disappointing that they couldn't use them better. But
Right.
you guys think Tony Khan screwed up? Tony, I mean, Kevin Kelly, and do you guys think he's going in the right direction, or do you guys think he's going in the right? Kevin Kelly, I don't know really what happened with that. I know him and Ian
Mhm.
Riccaboni don't like each other. I don't know. There was a lot of political stuff and a lot of stuff that I don't want to get into really.
Yeah, same
Uh,
here. I'm not going to touch that one.
but I mean, Kevin Kelly's a good commentator, but I feel like if they could sign Mauro Ranello, that'd be a bigger. I think he's a better
Yeah.
commentator. He's a better commentator than Kevin Kelly personally.
Yeah.
Um, but even if they just want to stick with Tony Schiavone and Nigel, I'd be okay with that. A two-man commentary team, perfect. Uh, the only reason I say take Tony Schiavone off of Collision is because he's on Dynamite, Rampage, and Collision. He doesn't need to be on all three shows. I
Yeah.
like Tony, but I don't want to hear you every. It's kind of like Excalibur. He was on every show. Uh, but do I think AEW is doing the right? I think Dynamite was really good on Wednesday.
Hmm.
Revolution was really good. Rampage has been pretty good tonight. I feel like they're.
Yeah.
I feel like they are doing a little bit better of booking and stuff.
Hmm.
Because Wednesday they did like they opened with a segment and they announced a match in the opening segment. That's not known for AEW to do that. I think they're doing a lot better than what they were in 2023. I think they're on a path than what they were.
Yeah.
Uh, but I mean, in some ways they are going in a wrong direction of signing so many people, but uh, hopefully they have a plan with that long term. But
I
yeah, I
mean, I
think
think at the
AEW.
same time, oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, you're good. You can. So,
I was going to say, like, at the same time, a lot of these fans have to remember that AEW is still a baby. It's not this big juggernaut, that WWE is. It's still a baby as far as the wrestling business is concerned. So
I
you
feel
have
like
to kind of take the bitter with the sweet and realize that they're learning as they're going along too. Tony Khan's learning as he's going along, believe it or not. You know,
I feel like
and
Tony. I feel like Tony thinks AEW is a juggernaut. at times.
He does have that kind of attitude, but that's the attitude you gotta have though. If you want to run, if you
Yeah,
want to be successful, you gotta say, "Hey, this is going to be the
yeah.
biggest company." I mean, look, Vince McMahon. You know, I hate to, I'm not talking good about the man as a person. I'm saying as far as the way what he did for the business,
He knew how to.
that was a smart thing. He knew how to market it. He knew how to push it. He knew how to get to these different markets and say, hey, this is you got to buy this. You know, like in Tony Khan, his family is all about business. Okay, but you have to understand that, like I said, AEW is still a baby. So with a lot of these impatient fans wanting things to be better fast, you have to be patient with it.
I will say, so far in 2024, they've improved quite a bit
Yeah.
with stories, and it looks like the tag team division is now getting a little bit on back on track. Uh, Everyone said they want Sting to lose, but if Sting won, then they'd have to crown new champions. So it forces AEW to do a tournament. So
Right.
now that they're doing a tournament, it puts more focus on the tag team division. For which we've already seen two tag matches tonight. We've seen Butcher and Keep Saving and Butcher and Orange Cassidy and Trent. And now we got
Hmm.
this three-way tag. And then we got a tag team tournament coming up. So I like that that focus of the tag team divisions is looking a lot better. Now the trios division, on the other hand, I don't know what the hell they're doing with that, but uh, hopefully in due time they get the trios. I mean, it took them a little bit to get the tag division back on track, but they
Yeah.
finally, in due time, I think the trios division will be back on track, and it's just going to take a little bit of time. And I know some fans want everything to change overnight, but
Yeah.
no.
Yeah, that's the thing. A true wrestling fan will sit back and watch just watch what happens next.
Damn it. I think you stay over the corner. I really want Private Party to win this.
Mm.
Stay over in the corner.
Stay there.
Damn it.
Don't move.
Well, that was a good close line. They need to get AR Fox back with top flight.
Yeah. I mean, ever since his heel turn, he's kind of been kind of MIA.
Yeah, that was kind of stupid. Like he should still be with Swerve now. Because now since they broke him away from that, he's not doing anything. If they would have kept him with Swerve, he could still be used probably.
Yeah.
I really liked him with Swerve in Northern, but
They were good together.
it didn't last long. Like it lasted a few weeks, like a month maybe. And it was really
Yeah.
good for what it was, but damn.
Oh.
Well, that was at least they pinned Commander.
These commander was pinned.
Private Party is still safe. They didn't get pinned. They still gotta have a rubber match because Top Flight beat Private Party and Private Party beat Top Flight. I bet
Oh
they
yeah.
I bet they go against each other in the tournament.
That'd be nice.
I bet they meet each other. Actually, Andretti's trying to get some spotlight since he lost his first match. What the hell? Dante Martin. Dante Martin's not.
Oh man.
Well, for kids who watching, maybe watch it on TV. I don't know. He's still doing
That
it. Yeah,
was a good match.
yeah, it was really good. Which one was? I don't know. The Action Andretti and Pentagon was really good, and that main event was really good. I don't know.
Hmm.
That was a pretty good show tonight. I think Collision's going to be really, but like I said on Wednesday, the card looked pretty bad, and it does look pretty bad. But I didn't mean to, but I saw some spoilers of it because I filmed it
Uh-oh.
yesterday. I filmed it yesterday. I only seen a few, and it actually looks like a pretty good show. Uh,
Oh, okay.
I'm not gonna say what happens, but someone returns, which they kind of already returned at Revolution, but they
Oh, I
just
think I know
haven't.
who you're talking about.
But they just haven't been in the ring yet. Like they returned in
Mm.
a video pack, they just haven't been in the ring.
Yeah.
Which I really like this person who returns, but I'm not gonna say who it is in case people
We might have
don't want
already
to know.
talked about him already.
Yeah, we talked about him, which I really like him. I really like. I've always liked him in AEW. Uh, and there's some other stuff that happens that looks pretty good. Uh, yeah, the card looks bad, but the show was actually pretty good. From what I've heard and seen, it's pretty good. Um, yeah, Rampage. If I had to rate it, I would give it a 7.9 out of 10.
That's pretty fair. I was gonna give it a solid 7.
I would have given it an 8 if Kip Sabian would have won. Yeah. But
That's
Rampage,
fair.
yeah, it was a pretty good show. I feel like Rampage could be a show for like the younger talent. And
Hmm.
tonight's show pretty much had all younger talent. Maybe besides Pentagon and because Private Party, Top Flight, Commander, Kip Sabian, all of them are pretty young. Orange
Hmm.
Cassidy, Trent. Um, yeah, I thought it was pretty good. I always like watching pages of shows that when you're off work, you're tired, and you just want to watch wrestling for an hour. Pages the show. Uh,
There you go.
Here's a young company with growing pains, a lot of growing pains.
Absolutely.
Some pains could have been avoided, uh, but we didn't listen, and we kept on having bad decision making. It doesn't mean we can't do better.
All right.
Great
You learn
weekend.
from mistakes.
Well, thank you for watching. Thank you to everyone who's watching. We'll be back tomorrow for our AEW Collision live reaction.
Hmm.
Um, and as I said before, definitely check out our Kevin Von Erich interview. It was a really, really, really good interview. We talked about a lot of things. As I said, we talked about the Iron Claw movie, AEW, his sons, his family, and some stuff about Iron Claw that wasn't really how the actual people would have reacted. There was
Hmm.
one thing he said about his mom. In one scene, his mom said, "Just well, I don't want to say what he said because I want you to go
Hmm.
watch it. So
Right.
go watch it. Go watch it, and then come back and we'll talk about it." Uh,
Hmm.
but yeah, definitely go check out our Von Erich interview. And we also have another interview coming up Wednesday, this next Wednesday, an hour before AEW Dynamite Big Business. We're going to be having former WCW star, ECW star, WWE. He's been TNA. He's been all over the world. Juventud Guerrera will be on this podcast an hour before Dynamite, 6 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Eastern. Um, then after that, we looks like we're going to be having. I said it on our Von Erich's interview, the Von Erich interview, but we're also going to
Hmm.
be having his two sons on pretty soon. That was part of
Yeah.
the deal. We would have two interviews, but I actually want to have all three of them on one of these days. I think that would be kind of cool to have all three of them
That'd be
uh,
great.
right together. Um, yeah, we'll be back for Rampage. Definitely check out all the links in the description below: Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, Spotify, and TikTok. We're actually going to begin on Instagram pretty soon. Uh,
Oh, great.
Someone suggested that to me, so we might be getting on there. And well, a lot of new stuff is on our Spotify accounts. Definitely go check out our Spotify. The Pope interview is now on there. And a lot of other talking weeks. Almost caught up on Spotify. Uh, yeah, we will see you guys tomorrow night for our AEW Collision live reaction.
Peace.